I still cannot believe that next year, Texas is about to be home to what could be one of the wildest roller coasters ever. You're telling me it'll be multi-record breaking, possibly the new tallest in the state, and located at the original Six Flags, who hasn't gotten a new coaster since Titan, which was our last original ground-up edition. Unreal. What's even more crazy though is that just in a few weeks, Six Flags will finally unveil all the questions we've been having for this new ride. That's right, the complete announcement. And with some more teasers confirming some stats, when we'll see the new coaster go vertical, and even some new rumors, we gotta talk about it. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the channel for all those thrill seekers. On JB Thrills, we cover all sorts of content related to theme parks or thrill rides, no matter where they're located. And if you're specifically a Texas enthusiast, this is your #1 source for Texas theme park news, especially for this Giga. So if you're interested, help me out by hitting the like button, subscribe, and tap that notification bell to know when new videos come out on my channel. Without further ado, let's get started. We are truly getting closer and closer to the big reveal of the coaster we've been waiting for at Six Flags Over Texas. And with that day approaching, more info is slowly being revealed about that new ride. I'm talking when the announcement is going to happen, the official month for going vertical, and even a potential leak of the ride's name. But before that, why don't we start with the biggest piece of news that Six Flags has just dropped. Every year, Six Flags Fiesta Texas in San Antonio, Texas hosts their FT92 fan event, an event for what the name suggests, Fiesta Texas fans get to find out brand new info about the park for the following year. Typically, it's just Fiesta Texas related, but this year marks a different change. After all, Six Flags is now merged with Cedar Fair, and they also brought a new organization for the Texas region, now known as Team Texas, putting former Fiesta Texas Park President Jeffrey Sieber as the new regional manager for all Texas parks, which includes our local park over Texas. Because of this, him and his team play a vital role in the planning and construction for this brand new ride. And Jeffrey being Jeffrey also announced that some info would be revealed at FT92. Now I did see some people commenting that they were a little bit disappointed and thought that the official announcement would be that day, but it wasn't, and here's why. The official announcement for the brand new coaster is September 25th, 2025. Not only confirmed by Jeffrey Siebert at the event, but also to us influencers for a press event, but we'll cover more on that in a bit. The main info I want to talk about is Jeffrey confirming himself that the coaster is 100% a Giga.
But JB, we already know this.
After all, a few months ago we talked about how the FAA permits officially confirmed a height of 309 feet. It could be a lot more, but that's what the permits said. Either way, they're official and there's no way to deny that it wouldn't be a Giga. However, we still had some doubters, and to them, Jeffrey Siebert officially said that the coaster is
over 300 feet.
So yeah, we officially can say that Six Flags has confirmed our brand new dive will 100% be the first ever Giga dive coaster. And not only that, but Jeffrey Siebert said this.
We've also shared it will be a multi-record breaking attraction.
So if you were thinking the height record revealed all we needed to know about this ride, and that would be it, well, turns out it's not. And the coaster will in fact break multiple records. What kind of records are we talking about? Let's speedrun some potential record predictions. Since we already know the coaster will be 300 plus feet, despite not knowing the exact number just yet, we can 100% assume this will be the new tallest coaster in Texas. That's one. And because the current tallest is Yukon Striker around 230 feet, this one also becomes the new tallest dive coaster. That's two. Add in the fact that this is a first of its kind type of ride, we'll have bigger than usual elements, which means potential steeper drop, things we've never seen, and you get the point. This isn't your typical dive. So with that said, we could see records like the world's tallest inversion, one unique element, the longest coaster in Texas, the fastest in Texas, etc. Basically, whatever you think you know about this dive coaster, leave room for your expectations to be surpassed. Because who knows what Six Flags is cooking, but I'm hoping it's good, especially because they spent a lot of money on this, and this might be one of the only coasters in Six Flags to open in 2026. Anyways, with all this covered, it leads me to the second part of the big news, the official announcement. Besides some confirmations, the brand new thing we learned at FT92 is that Over Texas will officially announce their brand new coaster on September 25th, only a few weeks away. Now this is huge for multiple reasons. If you've been a longtime fan of Six Flags, you would know they just randomly drop announcements. For example, Six Flags Mexico dropped their brand new coaster without warning. For there to be a specific date announced for the announcement, my thinking is it'll be a big event. and understandably so. After all, this is a huge addition for Over Texas. Next year's the park's anniversary, and it's a Giga dive. It wouldn't make sense just to drop the coaster and let all the hype die down. So what am I proposing? A potential event like Cliffhanger's reveal in Fiesta, Texas. If you remember, when that coaster was announced in the park, Jeffrey Siebert threw a whole event for it, putting scare actors in the streets, having an area in the park to announce it, and even a whole wall to show the stats and everything about the ride. And fun fact, Over Texas actually did something very similar in that same year. When they announced Pirates Spelunker Cave and their 60th anniversary, it was a whole event. I even attended. It honestly makes sense to see something like that for our brand new coaster, or at least a press conference. Now, is this official, and are they actually going to do it? No. Or at least we don't know, because after all, this is just my ideas. I really want to see it happen, but it doesn't mean they will. Now, I could be overthinking this, but if they're already showing off the coaster in the Spain area, they could easily turn all of that into something like Cliffhanger did, with a giant poster showing off its name, the stats. It's something for everyone to see. Not to mention, they could even use that area to host that press conference or event, similar to Wrath at Great America. But again, it's just theories. The main takeaway we can receive from this confirmed date is that now we're ready. Unlike previous years where the announcement drops randomly, that date is marked on my calendar, and you best know that if you're subscribed to this channel, you'll be the first to know everything about our brand new coaster, as we've been covering it ever since it was a rumor. So maybe hit that red button on the screen, because it could help you out later. Continuing on, there was still one more huge drop of news at FT92, which was the confirmed date of the ride going vertical. JB, what is going vertical? Well, for my non-enthusiasts, going vertical is a major milestone for roller coaster construction, which basically means instead of seeing dirt around the area and footers, the supports will now go vertical in the sky, as in assembling the track that will soon tower at 300 feet in the air. And at FT92 fan event, along with stating the date of announcement and some confirmation on stats, Jeffrey Siebert also confirmed when the coaster is expected to go vertical. According to him, we're looking at late September, which is actually pretty soon. I mean, mind you, from the point of making this video, we're literally about to be in September. So yeah, just in a few weeks. And the reason it's such a big deal is because if September the ride goes vertical, they could totally shoot for completely assembling the track before the year ends, making it in record time, especially because it's crucial to completely assemble this coaster before Texas' traditional bad weather. If you know, you know. If they manage to get all the track completely assembled and done before this year ends and before the bad weather, that will in fact lower the risk of potential delays for this brand new ride. And yes, I know that ever since the King of Car replacement got delayed, now everybody's having doubts for this ride, but I remain really optimistic. The construction has actually been on point and ahead of time. I mean, in previous years, Six Flags started construction after the announcement. For us to see tracks and support even before the main announcement, yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. The point is, Team Texas is working overtime for this coaster. And for that, let's see some comments in the comment section saying thank you Team Texas, because without them, this wouldn't be possible. After this, that was pretty much all the info revealed at FT92. And again, if you feel like it wasn't enough, that's because the big reveal is September 25th. And speaking of, OGs on the channel know what has to be done. That's right, predictions. Now, I don't know for sure if this will be the last prediction video before the Giga, but at this rate, it just might. We're so close to the announcement now that we wouldn't even have time to figure out any more predictions, specifically theme and layout wise, because all will be revealed on that day. But don't worry, we will make these final ones count. And for the first one, why don't we talk about what exactly they will reveal at that announcement date? And let me tell you, the rumors are getting pretty crazy right now. To be completely fair, we almost know everything about this ride. Emphasis on almost. Obviously, we don't know its theme, what it'll look like, what this means for the Spain area, and most importantly, its name. As for the other three, we'll definitely predict it, but the rumors I was mentioning specifically refer to the name. You might already know, but if you're like me, obsessed about this coaster and looking for every single clue, Reddit is that place for tons of rumors and leaks. Obviously, not all of them are correct, but apparently there's a recent post that looks pretty legit and showcases a patent by Six Flags, which, if you don't know what that is, a theme park has to file patents to essentially copyright something the park wants to name, whether it's a restaurant, ride, or roller coaster. And usually, if you're digging for permits or patents, they can typically leak out a ride's name before it's announced, similar to how people knew about stuff for Epic Universe or Georgia Gold Rusher at Six Flags Over Georgia. Could it still be wrong? Absolutely. People can totally Photoshop a ride pattern and put in their idea, or it's for something completely different, because it never explicitly said it was for Over Texas. Although, just in case it is legit, I am issuing a spoiler warning, and if you don't want the ride name leaked out to you before the announcement, definitely skip the timestamp on screen. Otherwise, the name is being revealed in 3, 2, 1. Yep, the ride's alleged name is Tormenta Rampaging Run. At first glance, it seems like it's not it at all. Especially when, if you've been keeping up with the channel, we talked a lot about how this coaster will be themed to bulls or bullfighting. If you look a little closer though, it's right there. Starting off with Tormenta, 1, it's a Spanish name, obviously for the Spain area, and 2, while that does translate to thunderstorm or storm, real Spanish speakers also know that we use that term as almost a hyperbole or exaggeration, depending on the situation and context. For example, we say that someone is storming off when they're super mad. If I were to describe someone being super mad headed my way, I would say, mira, esa persona viene como un tormenta, cuidado, clearly showing he's not an actual thunderstorm, but with how mad he is, you might as well call him one. And with the context of a wild animal like a bull, you could totally see them crashing out, acting crazy, and a Spanish speaker going, ese animal parece como un tormenta. See what I mean? And if you still don't believe me, the extra phrases rampaging run is a very clear reference to a bull theme, as they rampage and they run. I mean, they literally have the run of the bulls. Now for those not liking the long name, you gotta understand it's a marketing thing as well. If the name was just Tormenta, when you search it up online, you're gonna see pictures of thunderstorms. But adding Rampaging Run will help the ride be the first search term when you look for it. And also, always surprised, there's tons of Six Flags rides that have extra names. Mr. Freeze, Reverse Blast, Superman, Escape from Krypton, Wrath of Rexasha. And what do we actually call them? Their nicknames. Superman, Mr. Freeze, Wrath. And the same will be done with this one, as we'll call it Tormenta for short. So in my opinion, if this ends up being the real name for the coaster, I wouldn't mind, and I actually like it a lot. Anyways, welcome back people who skipped. For my last predictions on Project Ruby, anything in the last video still applies. But one new prediction I have is this new Spain area containing a brand new restaurant, with a teaser in the area specifically referring to tastes. This means the entire Spain area will get a facelift, and I personally believe it won't be just for the Giga. The entire Spain area will basically be a brand new land, containing new themed elements, possible upgrades to previous attractions like the Teacups and Conquistador, and of course a brand new restaurant, which I'm super excited to see, especially if it got that Knott's Berry Farm kind of theming, because Fiesta Village is a pretty good template of what I'd like to see. I still can't believe how fast time has truly passed, going from covering La Vibra's removal and talking speculation to now the official announcement is insane, and I want to thank all y'all for tuning in to this Project Ruby series. And while I won't be making any more predictions for it, we still got lots of things to cover, and without revealing too much, let's just say you're going to want to tune into this channel, especially when the coaster is announced, for a very up close look. If you know, you know. And of course, we're going to be doing tons of construction updates, from going vertical to official testing. So stay tuned, and if you want to help me cover more updates at different parks, subscribe and help us hit our goal of 50,000. I also quickly want to say thank y'all so much for your patience during my 2-week break, and we're now back and better than ever. So expect tons of new content, not just from over Texas, and be ready for all those new videos. Thank y'all so much for watching and for all the support, and I'll be seeing y'all around the park. This is JB Thrills, signing out.